today and to honor you today. My name is Donalyn Jones, and on behalf of the Black Student Graduation, Virtual Graduation Planning Committee, I am excited to be your MC, your mistress of ceremony for tonight's event. There is no virus, there is nothing that can stop us, that would stop us or even dare to stop us from celebrating you, your success, what you've accomplished, what you've pushed through. You are certainly worthy of the honor today. And on behalf of Metropolitan State University of Denver and the University of Colorado at Denver, we're excited to present to you the Spring and Summer 2020 graduation ceremony. Woohoo! So hands up and clapping for you and celebrating you. Before we get started, I would like to, for one, welcome the graduates, welcome any family members and supporters, and welcome any faculty and staff that took time out of the schedule to participate and to celebrate our graduates. So I thank you for being here today. And I look forward to one day, seeing you in the distant future. For housekeeping purposes, can we make sure that your computer is on mute so that we can block out any distractions? And then you also have an opportunity to chat, to thank whomever has helped you make it to this very important day, for any of the shoulders that you have stood on and you want to just let them know that you appreciate their support. Feel free to send out to chat a thank you or even a special message to the graduating class of 2020. So you can use your chat and just let us know. That's one way to participate in the ceremony. The theme of today's ceremony is Wisdom Knot. It is a symbol of wisdom, ingenuity, intelligence, and patience. It is a reminder that wisdom comes from your ability to utilize all of your lifelong learning, all of the knowledge that you have acquired to date, and all of your experience to accomplish a specific goal. This theme is even more important as we try to navigate through this very challenging time, because that is what you're going to have to rely on to make your dreams, to continue pursuing your dreams and your academic and educational pursuits. So thank you, graduates, for pushing through this very difficult spring semester. And for those of you that are going to be graduating in the summer, we encourage you to continue to persist and to push through, to rely on the knowledge and the wisdom that you already have to achieve your goals. Next, we will have some welcomes from Dr. Omar, from Omar Montgomery and from UCD, as well as Dr. Douglas Impande from MSU Denver. Omar, take it away.
Good evening, class of 2020 from the University of Colorado, Denver and Metropolitan State University. We thank you for choosing our institutions to achieve your bachelor's, master's, and probably even some doctoral students out there, or students that's in medical school, dental school, or whichever. With that stated, we're just happy that you stuck it out. Yes, we have COVID-19, but COVID-19 doesn't have us. When you begin to look at our history as a people, from the achievements we had in Africa, surviving the Middle Passage, surviving the atrocities of slavery, surviving Jim Crow, we have been able to be resilient in every single catastrophe that has happened to us. And we're going to be even more resilient once we come out of COVID-19, because many of you are going to be the future leaders that's going to better prepare our society for the next crisis like this. So for you to be an alum from our institution, we are extremely proud. And with that stated, I look forward to your future endeavors. please feel free to call up on us so that we can assist you we can lift you up when you're down, because sometimes even after this, you may run into some pitfalls. We are here to support you. Thank you for choosing our institution. And next, I'll pass it on to Dr. Mpondi.
He's muted.
Hello?
We can hear you now.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. On behalf of, my name is Douglas Mpondi, and I'm the chair for Africana Studies, but also co-chair of the African and African American Council at MSU Denver. On behalf of MSU Denver and CU Denver, I want to welcome all the graduates to this Spring 2020 graduation celebrations. As other speakers have said, this is an unprecedented time when we are facing a crisis that has led us to have a virtual celebration. But like all people of African descent, we are always resilient in face of crisis, and this will not stop us from celebrating our best graduates. So today, to the graduates, this is your day. I also want to thank the families and friends of the graduates. The message that I have to the graduates is that don't just work for money, prioritize family, and don't be afraid of risk or criticism. Develop your own campus and trust it. Take risks, and this is the time to be creative, especially when you are facing this crisis, and we are all proud of you. And there's an African proverb that says, it takes a village to raise a child. So we are together in this, and I know we are going to succeed. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Well, before we start our program, officially start our program, I would like to introduce Denicia Heron to do the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound down as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with the steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast guided our mind, let us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thine hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you, Denicia. That was beautiful. And from that, I hope that you can feel the strength, as she sang the song. I felt strength rise up in me. I felt that I could overcome any situation. I felt hope rise up in me, that I could achieve anything that I put my mind to. So let this be a motivation for you, that no matter what the path looks like, what the future looks like, that you can overcome and that you will achieve your goals. Next, we will have our keynote speaker. Dr. Shannon Campbell is a full professor and an associate vice president of graduate studies at Metropolitan State University of Denver. She develops centralized policies and procedures, leads the graduate council, and represents graduate studies at the university level. She has been a professor of strategic communication for over 20 years. As a critical media scholar, Dr. Campbell has published, conducted, and presented research all over the world. She is a first-generation college graduate and is passionate about decolonizing the minds of students who exist in the margins, as well as promoting higher education as the access point to the American dream. Dr. Campbell received her Bachelor of Science in Communication Management from Missouri State, her MA in Organizational Communication from Southern Illinois University, and her PhD in Integrated Marketing Communication from the University of Texas in Austin. Dr. Campbell has a very important keynote message, video message, just for you.
When I was asked to offer a few words of wisdom with you here tonight, I was both honored and humbled. Honored to be in the presence, albeit electronically, but nevertheless honored to be in the presence of Black excellence, and humbled. Humbled to be considered in such high esteem by my colleagues, to be selected to honor you at this time. And man, these are some interesting times, are they not? No one will soon forget the class of 2020, a class globally that had to adjust on the fly due to COVID-19. But let's face it, no generation can choose the age or the circumstance in which it exists. But through conscientious thought and actions, it can choose to make it an age of enlightenment, an age of social justice, an age of change, an age of peace. COVID-19 might mark a circumstance of your generation, but it doesn't mark the age. And what have we learned from the circumstance of COVID-19? Let's see. We've proven that, yes, We can survive without each other, but we have not proven that we can win or that we can progress without each other. After all, Gwendolyn Brooks said, we are each other's harvest. We are each other's business. We are each other's magnitude, and we are each other's bond. So how do we win? How do we win during a time of crisis, instability, a global pandemic, and an economic catastrophe? How do we win? We win by coming together. We win by tapping into the characteristics that have brought us this far, the characteristics that we all possess, that have allowed you to reach this milestone: tenacity, grit, stick-to-itiveness. How do I know you possess these characteristics? Because you've earned a college degree in the beautiful state of Colorado, a state with one of the widest gaps in college degree attainment between Blacks and whites in the nation. Well, what does that mean? It means that if a Black student in the state of Colorado makes it to college, he or she is already ahead of 85% of other Blacks in the state. Or the circumstance in which it exists. But through conscientious thought and actions, it can choose to make it an age of enlightenment, an age of social justice, an age of change, an age of peace. COVID-19 might mark a circumstance of your generation, but it doesn't mark the age. And what have we learned from the circumstance of COVID-19? Let's see. We've proven that, yes, we can survive without each other, but we have not proven that we can win or that we can progress without each other. After all, Gwendolyn Brooks said, we are each other's harvest. We are each other's business. We are each other's magnitude, and we are each other's bond. So how do we win? How do we win during a time of crisis, instability, a global pandemic, and an economic catastrophe? How do we win? We win by coming together. We win by tapping into the characteristics that have brought us this far, the characteristics that we all possess, that have allowed you to reach this milestone: tenacity, grit, stick-to-itiveness. How do I know you possess these characteristics? Because you've earned a college degree in the beautiful state of Colorado, a state with one of the widest gaps in college degree attainment between Blacks and whites in the nation. Well, what does that mean? It means that if a Black student in the state of Colorado makes it to college, he or she is already ahead of 85% of other Blacks in the state. And once that Black student makes it to college, there's a 19 percentage point gap between graduation attainment of that student and their white peers. Students in Colorado have a graduation attainment gap of 34% for Blacks and 53% for whites. So what does that mean? It means that the fact that you got into college means that you are among the 15% of elite Blacks in the state of Colorado. You have to remember that although you're a part of that 15%, because remember, 85% didn't make it to college. Only 1/3 of that 15% are going to actually graduate. You made it. And how can I stand here and tell you about characteristics that I know you possess, like grit and like tenacity? Well, I can talk about these characteristics because how else could you have persevered? How else could you have succeeded? You see, the data tells me that you shouldn't be here tonight. The odds were not in your favor. Oh no. On the contrary, the odds were stacked against you, yet you endured. And tonight, you are winning. But I want you to keep thriving, and I want you to keep winning. I want you to win at life. So let's talk about how you do that. You do that by being prepared, and you do that by being brave. Brave enough to not only question and imagine possibilities that don't currently exist, but also to make moves. To make moves to make your ideas become reality. You can't be afraid to make moves, and when you're making moves, you cannot be afraid to fail. Let me say that one more time. When you're making moves, you cannot be afraid to fail, because your career, just like your life, will have starts and stops. It will have ups and downs. You will move forward, you will move backwards, you will have zigs and zags, but no matter how far you rise, at some point, we all fail. There's a proverb from the Zulu nation of South Africa that says, "There is no foot that does not stumble." But what I want to emphasize tonight is that failure isn't so bad. It's just life trying to move you in another direction. You see, failure is nothing more than a chance to revise your strategy. It's an opportunity for you to hit reset. So when you fall, you get back up, dust yourself off, hold your head up, stick your chest out, and remember the resilience of your ancestors. And I have pictures of my ancestors here. And these pictures remind me to keep moving. You keep moving because an African proverb tells us, however long the night, the dawn will break. You keep moving because when you fail, and we all will, you'll know this is just a chapter. It's not your story. Because remember, part of your story is being a part of this 15% club. So baby, you got to keep moving. You know, Harriet Tubman once told runaway slaves, if you hear the dogs, keep going. If you see the torches in the woods, keep going. If they're shouting after you, keep going. Don't ever stop. You know, Harriet Tubman was a little woman with a large amount of audacity. She had the audacity to believe that liberty was her birthright. Do you have that same audacity when you think about liberty? And I'm not referring to physical liberty. No, not in the 21st century. I'm referring to intellectual liberty. Let me tell you something else Harriet Tubman said. She said, I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Today, in these questionable times globally, I ask you, are you a slave? And I'm not asking you if you have shackles around your ankles, but do you have shackles around your mind? Shackles that prevent you from reaching your full potential. Shackles that allow you to read, but prevent you from questioning what you read. Shackles that keep you anxious, riddled with fear. Shackles that prevent you from shining your light in the world. Shackles that prevent you from moving. You don't have to possess superhuman strength or be the king of the jungle to remove the kind of shackles that burden us as a people in the 21st century. After all, a Kenyan proverb tells us a flea can trouble a lion much more than a lion can trouble a flea. Tonight, you represent the educated elite, and you possess that intangible combination of gifts: discipline, information, circumstance, courage, tenacity, and the indomitable spirit of your ancestors. You're going to do great things, but you can't stop and watch the world go by. You have to move with it. You have to lead, because nothing is impossible. In fact, Nelson Mandela told us it always seems impossible until it's done. So class of 2020, my charge to you is to keep striving, to keep achieving, but most of all, keep moving.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell, for those inspiring words. I know.
When I was asked to offer a few
Claps, yes. You know, your struggle, what you've accomplished to this day, for many of you, you are the first generation. You are the first to obtain your degree. You've overcome numerous obstacles. You have worked really hard. And we wish that we as a community are able to bestow or to don you with a West African kente stole. But we can't do that right now. Amber will share with you how you will be able to pick your stole up in the near future.
Good evening, graduates and attendees. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. My name is Amber Mose. I work at Metropolitan State University of Denver. I'm actually an alum, so for all the Metro grads, welcome to the alumni family. So like Donna Lynn said, we typically would be handing out, or each of our graduates actually would get a chance to select a kente stole to proudly wear at their respective institutions' graduation ceremonies. But clearly, given our current circumstances, that's not going to happen this evening. We cannot predict the future, so I'm not exactly sure when we'll be able to get back onto campus and host a kente stole pickup. But if all of you could be checking your school emails, that's how we're gonna share that information with you all. And James, I don't know if you wanna say something about UC Denver students specifically, but at least for all the Metro students, we'll definitely be emailing you all.
My name is James Speed. I work at CU Denver in the Center for Identity and Inclusion. I do want to apologize for the pause in the keynote. As people were in the waiting room, it paused the video. So I apologize for that. For CU Denver students, congratulations on graduation. We will send out communication once we know the status of our institution, when we'll be open, how you can receive your kente stoles, and if there's a possibility of doing some kind of celebration on campus. At this moment, we are unsure when that will happen, but please check your email. If you don't check your CU Denver email, you can send your preferred email address to myself or to Omar or to Denisha, and we'll make sure that you are on that communication.
Thank you. As we mentioned, we recognize your accomplishments and what you've attained to this date, and we will make sure that you will be able to pick up your kente stole in the near future, because it is a demonstration of your success and what you've accomplished. And as we mentioned, you will be able to proudly wear your stole one day at the end, to let your families know that you have accomplished something important. As Dr. Campbell mentioned, you getting a degree in Denver, Colorado is no easy feat. And you can now proudly say that you have accomplished what many have not. So congratulations, graduates. We have a few students who wanted to just take a few moments to speak to graduation. Is there anybody else, any of the committee members that would like to have a final word? Because now we're going to move on to our alumni charge. Okay, so moving on, we have Jamie Hurst from MSU Denver, who will do the MSU Denver alumni charge. Jamie, are you there? I know you were there. Do you see her, Amber?
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
There we are. Well, hello, everybody. As this is my favorite night of the year. It comes twice a semester, and I'm so bummed not to be there in person to hear so many of the moving stories and to congratulate you in person. But I am happy to be here virtually to be able to offer you the support and the congratulations that you all deserve on such an incredible accomplishment. From MSU Denver, my name is Jamie Hurst. I'm an assistant vice president here, and I run our alumni association. So I have the privilege of staying connected with you for the rest of your time. And so on behalf of our alumni association, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to the fold of about 98,000 other Roadrunners that have come before you, which is pretty incredible. At MSU Denver and at CU Denver and at the Auraria campus in general, we pride ourselves on transforming lives. And I think Hassan just said it right before. This is just the beginning. Many transformations have happened in the time that it took you to get your degree, but there's so much more out there for you, and we're so excited to support you there. The exciting part about being a part of the Alumni Association is that your relationship and the commitment that this university and these universities and this campus has with you doesn't stop today. In fact, it only continues to grow. And so we're excited to be here for you, whether that's your faculty members that you've built relationships with, staff members, programs, any sort of support systems that you had in place. We're still here to continue to support you through the course of your career and your lives. So at MSU Denver, we have what we call our Alumni Association charge. It's very easy to remember. We call it the 3 S's. And so the very first S is that we want you to spread the word. The best thing you can do as an alum is to tell your story about MSU Denver, what it did for you, how it impacted you, what your experience looked like, and tell other people about that. Because what that does is that continues to build this community of like-minded individuals that want to come to school, that want to better their life and want to have an opportunity to share that with the Auraria campus. So spread the word, tell that story about what brought you here, what you learned, and how it changed your life. The second S is that we ask you to stay connected. As I mentioned, there's so many ways to do that, whether that's staying connected to your faculty members, to associations like the African and African American Association. There's so many ways, even the Alumni Association. One of the best things about my job is that I literally get paid to make sure that you stay connected. So whether that's coming back to events, mentoring, serving in any sort of volunteer capacities, getting in classrooms to teach, whatever that looks like, we want to make sure that we facilitate that for you, because the experience that you're going to garner out in the world is very, very valuable to our next generation of students. So please share that. So stay connected with us so we can provide those opportunities for you. And the last S, which is probably the most important one, is simply that we ask you to succeed in whatever you do, whether that's professionally, in your communities, in your family life, in your personal life. Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability and continue this trajectory of success that you started by graduating today. And so continue to do that, because each accomplishment that happens, we want to be there along the way for you to thank you and to make sure that we're supporting you. So again, on behalf of MSU Denver and our Alumni Association, congratulations to all of our graduates, both MSU Denver and CU Denver. We couldn't be more proud of you.
Congratulations, Roadrunners. Next, we have Jennifer Daly, the Assistant Director of Annual Giving, Office of Advancement, CU Denver.
All right. Hi, guys. It's so nice to see all of you. And just want to echo what Jamie was saying and really offer all the congratulations from the Alumni Association of CU Denver. We are incredibly proud of you. Not only did you finish a degree, but you finished a degree in a crazy, crazy time. And we have just been incredibly, I don't even have words for it, but just in awe of the resilience of this class of students. And we know that will take you extremely far. So like Jamie said, we are here for you on your journey, whatever that looks like. Please stay connected to the university. Tell us about your successes. Let us help you if you need it. Our career services is always here for you. We have lots of organizations, volunteer roles that you can come back and connect with students, like Jamie said, through mentoring, through being a speaker in classes. And yeah, just keep up with us. We want to hear from you all the time. We are always here. We're easy to find. So congratulations, guys, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, Jennifer. And as we wrap up this 2020 virtual graduation ceremony, we want to thank you for, can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me okay? The screen. We want to thank you for what you've accomplished this far, for pushing through, persevering, and for accomplishing your goals. We believe in you, we believe in your success, and we are here to support you in your journey. So feel free to reach out If you need some assistance, if you need letters of recommendation, if you need a plan, if you need to, put your heads together and come up with new ideas out of adversity, out of difficult time, new opportunities are birthed. And so we're looking for your bright future. We believe in your future and know that there's a good plan out there for you, and that we pray that doors will be opened. Continue to believe in yourself as you move forward in accomplishing those goals. Thank you. And we want to remind you that the Obamas, can we go back one? On May 16th at 6 p.m., we're going to have they are doing a worldwide commencement for the class of 2020. So take time, if it fits into your schedule, check them out. I know they're going to have amazing words of wisdom that will help guide you on your journey. Thank you for participating. Congratulations, the graduates of 2020.